Wow, YouTube is being a pain in the ass this morning. Maybe I shouldn't say that right at the start of my life. Good morning. I'm Claire Louise Hay from being.com. This is Psychic Cafe. I'm going to be doing some channeling for the collective this morning and about relationships. Let's see what the guides have to teach us today, tell us today about the twin flame energies and stuff like that. And I'll also be giving mini reads as well. If you're on here live with me, you can get a mini read. So if you want a mini read, check out that pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to do it. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in that comment, that pinned comment, for your donations. But you can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if that's easier for you. And after you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question for your reading. And your question can be very specific. It can be just general guidance if you want. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. So get those in at any point and I'll batch them up along the way and do them. So let's get straight into it. I was just battling with YouTube. I recorded a daily energy update and I only just had time to do it. I had like 20 minutes and it was about a 14-minute video. But the editing got really slow. Scuppered me. I can do it easy in 20 minutes, but not when YouTube editor is being a pain in the ass. Which was the case this morning. Okay, let's get some cards out for the collective. Hey Maria, how are you doing? It's hump day. I've got the dentist tomorrow, so I won't be here on Friday. I'll be in Llewllyn. The devil. Oh no. Negative energies, fears, illusions, I just heard. The devil energy. The devil energy can be about our blocks as well, you know, or other people's blocks to things. So, you know, if we want to do something, it's the voice in our head that gets us to do something else instead. Hi, Dahlia. We were worried about you because you went off camping and you never came back. You had us worried. Devil energy. This is like, I want to lose weight, but then you end up eating that cake. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff. It's the weak part of us that wants to cave. It's the blocks. It's the blocks that we have. So we're talking about blocks today, which is good. I like to talk about that. Because it's unpicking those blocks. Unpicking those blocks that help us to move forward. How was your camping trip, by the way? 2 of Wands. Did someone hold you prisoner for a few weeks? 2 of Wands. Yeah, this. 2 of Wands is about you've got to make a new decision. What are you going to do? Are you going to listen to the devil energy inside of yourself, or are you going to do what you want to do? So, if you're on a mission to do something, know that it's not going to be easy. There's going to be parts of yourself that are holding yourself back from it. You can relate to the food energy. I think we can all relate to that one. We didn't go camping. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, camping isn't ideal when you're on that. No. It's terrible, in fact. So what have you been doing? Why did you worry us so? Devil. So we're talking about options here. I can do this or I can do that. And the devil energy is that part of ourselves that the fears, or the negative part, the part that caves to do the other thing instead. Now, the other thing could be settling for someone else. It could be, you know, just going for the pickup instead of going for what you truly want. It could be eating the cake. So there's actions that we're taking that aren't aligned with what it is that we want, is what this is saying, really, that are more aligned with the devil energy. You just kept missing me. Yeah, we were worried. Someone asked in the Facebook group, I think about a week after, and it's like, what happened to that one that went camping? And I'm like, oh, she never came back. We were really worried. Six of Cups, the past, reminiscing. Just kind of looking back at a childhood here. Just seeing something replay in a childhood. So a lot of our blocks are replays, what our parents used to do. Or a wound that we got in childhood, and then we created a way of getting around that, or of numbing out to that. Well, I don't want that thing anyway. It could be that. So we can look back in the past and see where this block behavior started. How did it start? Where did it start? So I think we're talking about our blocks here rather than someone else's, but everyone's got them, so we could be talking about someone else's as well. But what's the point in thinking about their blocks when we can be thinking about our blocks, because they're the only ones that can do something about? Oh. Sometimes our blocks, we want to justify them, not justify them. We've got good excuses for them. We call it to be something that it's not. We say, I'm not eating the wrong thing. I'm just being positive about my body, or something like that. We have an excuse like that for it. We call it out to be something positive when deep down we know it's not positive and it's keeping us from what it is that we want. Ooh, what is it? Interesting guide showed up at training yesterday afternoon. So I went yesterday afternoon because I couldn't go in the morning because my back hurt too much. Just over-exercising. Just a bit of a strain. Not even a strain, just sore muscle from exercising. So I went for a walk on the beach yesterday morning instead, which is why I look a bit more tan, apparently. Whenever things aren't going right for you, comfort, eat. Tell Angie. Put on lots of weight. So easy to do, putting on weight. So hard to get rid of it. It's so easy to put it on. So easy to put it on. Gotta be so careful, right? I am. It's like, yeah, very rare that I'll overeat because I know how hard it is to take it off. Queen of Swords. Boundaries. Ah, that's what it is. Damn it. Okay, here's our answer. So, of course, we're talking about our love lives here. What are the excuses that we're making? We're making the wrong decisions. Something to do with the past. Caving into the devil energy, and we're telling ourselves it's boundaries. Telling ourselves that we've got good boundaries. Pushing something away. Pushing someone away and telling ourselves it's boundaries. Or not opening up and telling ourselves, I've just got boundaries. I've worked hard for these boundaries. Got the Ten of Cups energy that fell out there as well. The happily ever after, our heart being really happy with somebody. Look. Okay. Sweet's your weakness. I shared my recipe for chocolate pudding, healthy chocolate pudding, in the Facebook group. Check that out, Dahlia. I don't know if you're in there or not, but yeah, I did. I don't have much of a sweet tooth myself, but I do eat that because it's really healthy. And fruit. I eat that with fruit. But the fruit that I eat. I just chop up. At the moment, I've got papaya and red dragon fruit chopped up into cubes in a big container. Fatty foods, chocolate are your weakness. Chocolate's not so bad. I'll have the 85% Lindt, so I don't eat a lot of it. I have a lot of chocolate protein powder now, though. I found a really nice one. Yummy. Fatty foods, not so much for me. Oof. Make me feel sick. 10 of Cups. We want no happily ever after. This reading is saying that we've got boundaries that are in the way. Or we're telling ourselves that it's good boundaries, it's good boundaries. I've worked hard for these boundaries. But it's actually keeping us away from that love that we really want. Oh, we're getting into it today. That's good. We need to know about these blocks, right? Comes a point, I think, where we need to open up. Landed on the floor. Sweet potatoes are nice. I had sweet potatoes yesterday. I'm going to have them today as well because I need to eat. I made a big batch of food yesterday and then I realised I need to eat it for every meal because I made so much of it before I go tomorrow morning. So I'll be having that for lunch. I'll be having it for dinner as well. For lunch with rice, for dinner with those beanie noodle things, right? Not rice, beanie noodles, glass noodles, made from beans apparently. This is Psychic Cafe. Hello, Trailblazer Tara. Just eating TikTok. Been eating sweet potatoes lately. Yum, yum, yum. I love sweet potatoes. Well, the chocolate pudding, it is. I'll show you. Healthy chocolate pud. And I'll tell you what's in it. You might want to get a paper and pen handy, or you can just... Yummy. Daring. Okay, what's in this is I put that much water in it, maybe a little bit less. First of all, I put a big scoop, which is half a cup of chia seeds. Dump that in. Now I've started putting 2 tablespoons of, I used to put 1 in it before, but 2 now of flax seeds, either golden or brown, doesn't matter. I put cinnamon. I put, there's blackberry powder in here too, but you don't need that. I'm just kind of using, and I've used it up now, the blackberry powder that I had, thinking that I could use that to flavour water for my workouts, and I couldn't. It's not strong enough. Anyway, so that's a bit of extra vitamin C in there. A scoop of chocolate protein powder, and you mix it all up a few times and put it in the fridge, and it turns into this chocolate pudding, which is really healthy. And I have this, I probably eat 1 of these a day. Have half of it for my breakfast with a bit of fruit. Sometimes I'll make like oats and mix it in with oats too. That's really nice. But this is my sweet treat, and it's really healthy. It's like soluble fiber, a lot of omega-3s and protein. It's great, and it tastes like chocolate. You've got to get a good chocolate protein powder though. I'll show you the chocolate protein powder that I have, which is it's a really nice one. I don't know whether you can get it where you are. Some of them are quite junky, you know. Some of the protein powders, they are very aspartame sweet, you know, a very fake sugar sweet and all of that, and aren't yummy, yummy nice. But this one, Bodybuild Nutrition, oh, it's really good. Tastes chocolatey and yummy. So if you do have a sweet tooth, which I do occasionally, sometimes I like something sweet after a meal, but because I'm having that, I'll have that as like breakfast, and then I'll have it like as a snack, you know, in the afternoon with some fruit. It's good. It's good pre-workout as well, I found. Thank you, Trailblazer. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so we're asking about what is this? We're telling ourselves that we've got boundaries, but we're actually holding ourselves away from relationships that we want. 9 of Pentacles. It's like I'm single, I'm independent. I'm single, I'm independent. Ace of Cups, falling in love, and the Star, but we wish to fall in love. Okay, so we've got some boundaries And we're like, I am single, I'm independent, I'm all good kind of thing, but I do want to fall in love. My wishes are to fall in love. So the boundaries have got something to do with our independence. You hate chia seeds. Oats might work, yeah. Oh, careful. It will catch up to you, the vegan stuff. Not good for health. I mean, it can be for short term. It's like carnivore. I don't think that's good for health in long term either. I tried carnivore for a while, and I could see now it was a reset. I felt great on it because I wasn't eating enough protein. That's what it was. And so then I went from that to eating a lot more protein and veggies, fruit and veggies, fruit, veggies and meat. It's great. Balanced diet. I noticed on my YouTube channel there was a guy who was vegan. I watched a video a couple of days ago. Who you get serious health complications if you do it too long. There's hardly anybody that's doing vegan and vegetarian really. It's a tiny percentage of the population, and it's malnutrition. Really, you can do it for a short time without health complications. And a short time, it could be like 15 years. I can't remember what channel I saw that on. It just popped up on my thing, and this guy explaining. And when he was getting sicker and sicker, he said he was doing even more. Do you know what I mean? Having the kale smoothies and stuff like that, and it was making him even worse. Scary. Can't eat meat. Oh yeah, it's not ideal, is it? And what's the alternative? I mean, it'd be great to. It's not so bad in this country because we're more natural. Do you know what I mean? How can I put this? Thailand is still. I can still get like buy pork here that is broken down on this island. You know, it's the pigs come here on the bite. It's different. It's not a processing plant. We don't have any processing plants on this island. Mm. Anyway, let's find out more about this. But yeah, it would be really nice, wouldn't it, to have some good. We do have good options. You can get the organic stuff in those other countries and stuff. Oy. But that, to me, that whey protein isolate, because I do have a bit of a problem with dairy, with lactose. It doesn't have any lactose in it, so I'm good with it. Not whey protein, but whey protein isolate I'm good with. 5 of air. Timelines are changing. We got this last time as well. Timelines are changing, huh? Meaning, when we make a new decision, we change our timelines. So the trajectory that we're on, the future that was ahead of us based on our energies, we make a new decision, we change that timeline. So we've got an opportunity now to change our timelines, to change where we're headed, to change our destiny by making a new decision. It's got something to do with questioning our boundaries and whether they are a result of past traumatic events that have caused us to draw those boundaries, and we don't need to have those boundaries anymore. I'm not saying don't have boundaries, of course, but this is saying you might want to take a look at your boundaries, because some of your boundaries might actually be that devil energy, the fear energy, and we might be making an excuse saying it's a good boundary, and I've learned to have this good boundary, when it's actually keeping the love life away from you that you want. So we can make a new decision, 2 of Wands, and that will change our timeline, our destiny. Yeah. Terrible how they're treated, yeah. Mm. Mm. I hear you. excuse me. 8 of air is next. Craig David. Craig David. He was the one with the skinny beard, right? And he always used to sing his name in the songs. 8 of air. What's the 8 of air all about in this deck? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think I've seen that for a long time, that card. What's this trying to tell us? Meditation. Meditate. Being present. That was the message last time, wasn't it? We've got to be present in order to receive. Meditation. The 8 of air says not to underestimate the power of our mind. Oh, man. This is the guidance I've been getting personally. The power of my mind. The beliefs that we have, especially justifying a boundary. Could be keeping away the things that we want. In this situation, the mind is key. First, calm it. Do not let it obsess. Second, focus it. Decide the best way to employ its power. Finally, control it. Maintain connection to the divine and keep it on task. Oh, mind's difficult, isn't it? Damn it. How's my Aries King of Wands? We don't talk so much anymore, just every few days. I had a conversation with him. Asked him, what does he want with me? And he said, a nice friendship. And I said, you are aware that friends don't have sex, right? And he laughed at that. And he's like, and so I said, well, I said, well, 3 dates isn't enough to know. I'm happy for you like to come back and carry on dating and see if it turns to more. And he agreed with that. But nice friendship, it made me just slow down on it completely. And he still doesn't know when he's coming back. So, Calm it. Calm your mind. Don't let it obsess. Focus it. And finally control it. Or just meditate, just meditate. So we might be able to get to the bottom of these bad decisions that we're making because of boundaries that are really not working for us, is what it's saying. They're a result of this devil energy or fearful energy from past. Friend zoned. I know, right? Well, it's like, so you're going to come back and you're going to be my friend, right? Is that it? I don't think so. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've been open the whole time. Not currently talking to anyone on Tinder. There's a guy that I've seen around and he always grins at me and he's good looking. He grins at me when he's riding past on his scooter and I'm riding past on my bike. And we matched on Tinder and had a little bit of a chat. And I said, I noticed you grinning at me as you ride past. He said, that's because he was reconsidering me. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Reconsidering me? He said he was thinking about asking me out. I'm like, oh, you've thought about asking me out before? And he said, yeah. And then he decided not to. He didn't go further into that. And then he said, oh, I'm going out with my mates to beach club here tomorrow afternoon if you want to come along. And I thought, that's not asking me out. That's you going out with your mates and do I want to come along? I'm like, so you reconsidered and you decided not to ask me out. And that's it. I've not heard from him again. I didn't go. I'm like, no, you're going to have to do better than that if you want to go out with me. You need to actually ask me out. Anyway, and we had a conversation about mutual friends and stuff. People that he hangs out with, they're not my kind of people. So he's not. Big fail, I know. But it's okay. Based on the friends that he's got here. Because he's not always here, doesn't live here, but he comes here every year. But he did pre-COVID, which is kind of why I've not noticed him before. He would have been here in the first few years that I was here, on and off, but I didn't notice him then. Our paths didn't cross. Not for me. It's not for me. Apart from that, no. But A new guy at training caught my eye yesterday. Saw the people who shower right in front of my window. I know, the tourists. It's nice to look at. Initiation. It's the judgment card. The universe going, hey, you two, get your act together. So we've got to meditate to come up with a better decision. Like I said, I'm not talking about dropping the good boundaries, but we've got to question certain boundaries, apparently. Initiation, let's find out what this is about. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky because we've got these high standards and hardly anyone else does. And so we've got a very limited pool of people because they're just going to go for the easy because they can get easy. Judgment, initiation. Everyone walks their own path and everyone hears the spiritual call in their own way. For the witch, once she hears the divine of the goddess and the god, she commits herself to honouring them. It's like the old chants that medieval monks sang. Not even the medieval monks. The monks here, they do it too. The chant, the reply. This card is about this relationship, the agreement. We're called to a specific life and we promise to live our beliefs as best we can. Mostly we promise to stay in right relationship with the divine so we can hear the needs and the guidance of our deities with the same clarity with which we heard our original call, and so that we can answer with the same passionate intensity. It's a spiritual calling. The relationship should be that, right? It's not for most people at the moment. We've got this culture and it's very recent. It's very recent. This pickup culture, this hookup culture. And it's not conducive to humanity. I mean, it's causing, there's going to be a massive crash at birth. There's very few couples now. People having children, it's plummeting because there's hardly any relationships anymore. So we're headed into difficult times when the population gets older and older and older and older, and we require the resources. There's hardly anyone to make those resources. So we've got to sort this out. Some of us perhaps have got a spiritual calling of how can we have empowered relationships, healthy relationships, not because we're gonna have it, but more to teach, more to, I would say, to teach it. Don't want to be so self-involved. So we've got a spiritual calling about this. We've got to meditate. Timeline's changing. 2 of water and the world. Something's going to change. Oh, the crown of water. Saving it. Yeah. Okay, so the 2 of water, the love match kind of thing. So this is meaning, so you are going to be brought together with someone who has a similar spiritual calling to have one of these healthy relationships, to figure out how. What I'm trying to say is it wasn't good years ago. Before the hookup culture, the culture that we had then was women being owned by men, with women with no rights, women being abused and used. That's not what we want. Hookup culture, it isn't working for humanity either. What comes next? That's what we're figuring out. So bringing someone in who also has a spiritual calling like that too, they're interested in that too, requires change, the world, the end of a chapter, the end of the way of a way that we've been doing it. It's about a end of a cycle within ourselves. So we've got to do things differently, but it's also like a world cycle as well. Not your cousins, but this is the thing, right? Who are the people that are having kids? If you think of it as a human evolution thing, so who are the ones that are still having kids? Think about it. We know. Are they the ones that we really want to be having the energy? Is that the energy that we want proliferated? Are the people with the people that are evolving and growing and can do better and not having the children? We're not headed in a good direction here. We're not. But there seems to be a spiritual calling here of doing things differently. Where's the world card? It's all about cycles anyway. Can't find it. The Crown of Water. She needs to put aside some of her emotional needs for later. We don't want to be told that. So we're going to have to sacrifice something, is what this is saying. Where's Brenda? Just sacrifice something, some of our emotional needs for later. Romanticism is failing you. Arranged marriages, like an evolved version, yeah. Yeah. We need to do something differently. Crown of Water is like waiting to have your emotional needs met, right, kind of thing. So it's the not caving, stuff like that. Not settling for just what you can get. Ooh, Belladonna, 5 of Water. She means it. The wrath. This is the powerful feminine, the warlike feminine. She's a true match to Mars. Belladonna, she's got the fight in her. Oh yeah. Let's read a little bit about her. Belladonna Bellona. Highly dramatic situation with all parties involved feeling highly charged and restless. Nobody getting their needs met. Communication is off, relationships are faltering. That's what I was saying. It will take a cool head to navigate this situation. On a global scale kind of thing. Have I ever seen the movie Idiocracy? No. Super stupid. Is it? Idiocracy. Let's check that out. Oh dear. See, when I think about arranged marriages, I think about my parents are unwise. Unwise people. They might be old, but I would rather kill myself than be with someone that they chose for me. But if a wise person chose me, yes, for sure. For sure. Got the 3 of Earth next. Plant life. Park life. Plant life, I think this one is. 3 of Earth. I'm getting better at this deck now. It's complicated. Plant life. Excuse me. The 3 of Earth is a result of what can be done when different elements combine together. different elements combined together. Working with others or as part of a team will allow you to accomplish more, or even something entirely different than if you were to work alone. It's like there needs to be a council, like wisdom councils. There needs to be not governments. They're not wisdom councils. Wisdom council for each thing. There needs to be a wisdom council about relationships. But we have to do it for ourselves first, don't we? You know how ages ago we were told in this that twin flames would be the ones that lead something together, like a new style of leadership as couples leading something with that balance, leading countries, leading businesses, leading corporations, leading whatever. And yeah, something about that. I don't know. I've got a bigger picture going on here. It seems to be getting more and more urgent. The Seven of Fire. Idiot's rule. Uranus or Uranus. Crazy genius of the skies. He brings shocks and surprises, usually in the long run exciting and beneficial. Sudden big changes, sometimes brought on by radical impulsive behavior, is just as likely brought on by no apparent cause. It serves to break us out of ruts, inspire our inner genius. Rules are broken willy-nilly, and originality and insight ensue. It's like a crash that leads to a revolution. Freed from bonds of stagnation, boundaries, and ennui. Independence, innovation, and idealism are the new normal. Joyce, there needs to be wisdom councils. The Seven of Fire promises exciting times. We should be ready to expect the unexpected from life and from ourselves. In this case, do not expect the surrounding cards to provide much detail about the particulars. That's the point of the experience, not knowing what's coming. So we don't know what's coming. See ya. But some kind of shock, surprise will cause perhaps humanity to do something different. Great. It's always the way, isn't it, really? We don't make change until there's something big happens. That was kind of what was good about the pandemic, is that it caused change because no one was changing. We need to be forced into it because we're lazy. We get stuck in ruts, comfortable ruts, even though it's not good for us. Okay. Miserable ladies, I think. So let's bring this to a personal level now. So what can we do about it now, guides? Tell us. What can we do about it now? We've got to do it for ourselves first, right? Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups. We need to receive. Feminine needs to receive. Feminine hasn't been receiving. Look back in the past. What has happened? Feminine was controlled, but yeah, she was receiving. Then the hookup culture, pretty much all about the masculine getting their needs met and the feminine not getting their needs met anymore. Women going out in the workforce, having to be the masculine. The men don't have to be the feminine too, but the women have to be the masculine too. Women having to do it all and not receiving anything anymore. The women need to receive. The hookup culture is all about the masculine side of things. The feminine side of love is like needing that emotional connection and all of that. needing someone to be with her, committed, so she can bring children up. It's not happening now. The women are having to do it all. Make your money, bring the children up by yourself, do it all. The men doing their own thing. I'm not suggesting that men are happy in this, but this is the way that it's gone. It's like patriarchy gone mad. So Queen of Chalices, feminine needs to really know what she wants to receive. The Ace of Swords, and speak it out. Put that truth out there. This is what I want. Nothing else will do. This is what the feminine needs. Remember, the elders have to do it because the young ones, they don't know. They're not clear on it. They haven't got the wisdom yet. We can't expect the young ones to do it. Those people that say, oh, the children are the future and the children will lead the way. It's like, no, they won't. They're going to be idiots like we all were. Children don't have the wisdom. We can't expect that of them either. Elders have got to do it, the wise elders, not the idiot elders. There's just so much wrong in the world, isn't there? The way it's being run, like you say. The idiots are in rule. No one listens to the wise ones. Got to be outspoken about it, of what the feminine wants, what the feminine needs. No more just putting up with it. It's like, oh, I need to go out to work too. Oh, I need to have the kids by myself now. Oh, I need to do it all. Oh, and have a relationship too with these man children. Take care of them too. It's like, no. Women's not receiving anything in that. None of the women's needs being met. Oh, or what? Be by yourself. Earn your own money. Have the children. Look after the children by yourself. And hook up with people. That's the women having none of her needs met, having to meet them all herself. Got the Queen of Pentacles. Stability. See, we don't want to forgo that, do we? We don't want women to give the power away. Have nothing for ourselves so that we have no choice to get out of negative relationships. We still need to have that power to do that, and what we want to receive too. So the masculine turns around and goes, oh, you want those needs, you want to be taken care of, then you have no rights anymore and I own you again. It's like, no, that doesn't work for us. We want our stability too, of course. Clear on what you want. Subconscious response to what you feel more than what you say. To feel what you want, yeah. We want that Queen of Pentacles too. Seven of Wands. Bands, isn't it? Seven of Wands. What is it in this deck? I don't like her anymore, that cat. It's annoying. Seven of Wands. I'm looking forward to going away tomorrow. I'm staying in a new hotel that is right next to the mall. I spend most of my time at the mall when I'm there anyway. I don't know why I stay in hotels that are by the beach, across the road from the mall. Because I pay a premium on those hotels and I don't go to the beach. I'm not there for a beach holiday. I'm there for dentist and shopping and food and the supermarket that's there. Because we have supermarkets here. You wouldn't call them supermarkets. You'd call them like, they're not supermarkets. I don't know what they'd be comparable to. More like a corner store kind of thing. But they've got proper supermarkets on that island. So I like going to them. Seven of Wands. Even if we're not feeling perfectly confident inside, we kind of like this woman draw up on the energy of the universe to help bolster us up a bit. The universe has unlimited energy, so all we need to do is hold tight to our courage and ask for that boost to get us through. Having the strength to stand up for yourself and your ideas. You're going to have to be strong in this. Like this. Ready for a fight. Ready to fight for it. and it's not women versus men either. There's men that are realizing this too. I actually watched a video yesterday, and I don't know who the guy is, because a lot of the time on YouTube, if I'm cooking or whatever, I'll like just put a video on and just listen to it. I'm not watching it, I'm listening to it. And there's this guy, probably mid-30s, maybe early 30s, talking about his experience of being at college. So he'd had like a high school sweetheart girlfriend kind of thing, went to college, they broke up, and he said then all of his friends were in this hookup culture and he couldn't do it. He tried, but he couldn't do it. And like his friends would like encourage him to hook up with somebody, but he couldn't physically get it up because he was used to emotional connection, and he realized that he persisted with it though, persisted with the hookup culture, he said. And then he started noticing a pattern is when he could actually do it. It was always so that person, that girl had been a friend before, or if there was some emotional connection there. And then he started realizing, I can't do this hookup thing. I need to be in a relationship. So he's explaining all about that. It's a really interesting video. So the guys, they are realizing, some of them, that it's not working for them. I feel like this is like, we get into this energy and speak it out, and eventually there will be a significant amount of people speaking out about it, and perhaps all coalescing together and perhaps forming these wisdom councils. I think it's already happening because I see it. There's a few on YouTube that interviewers, people that have shows and they interview a lot of people, and just listening to the conversations between these people, it's so interesting. And a lot of the time, the ones that I'm listening to are in relationships. They've got good relationships, and it just makes me like, assholes, you're so lucky. We need the single people to be talking out now going, hey, this isn't working. The Tower. Again, something shocking that creates change. King of Wands. Oh, hello. King of Wands. Someone willing to put themselves out there. It takes a lot of courage on both sides for the women to speak out about this, ready to be belittled by the majority, going, you don't have needs, women don't have needs, what are you talking about? Put up with it. You've got rights now, what are you talking about? Oh, I've got rights now, so I shouldn't ask for anything else. King of Wands, that positive, masculine, go-getter, entrepreneur, is going to be speaking out about this too. Six of Pentacles, reciprocal energy. There we go. Feels like this spiritual calling. The men and the women who are realizing all of this are being called now to step up and speak out about this. It's reciprocal energy. Let's read that one, Six of Pentacles. It seems that nobody ever has everything they want. So deciding how to use the resources you have is important. Decisions are not always clear, and divine guidance may feel absent. Trust the universe and make good decisions. It's about prioritizing needs and wants. Again, the energy of crown of water. Sometimes we need to forego our immediate needs for change. Just going to ignore her at the door. The Sun. Happiness. Something will be revealed. I think it's already happening. I like to say it's already happening. Something's going to be revealed. Things are being revealed. People are speaking up about this now. 7 of Chalices about different choices, about the confusion of choices. Like, we've got no choice at the moment. There needs to be choices. 3 of Chalices about coming together with others. We need choice. It's like there's limerence. I think limerence has got something to do with it. Perhaps limerent people, those who have a different experience of falling in love than others. So if you don't know about this, limerence is a name given to something that has been found to be true about people. So somebody, I can't remember who it was, because I'm terrible with names, they did research into falling in love, emotional stuff, and falling in love and people's experiences. And they were a scientist about it. And so they were, asking people questions about their experiences, because we can still use scientific method about feelings and stuff like that. Sure, we can't measure it with a machine, but we can ask people about it, what their experiences are like. So the scientists did that. And it became very clear to them that there are 2 different kinds of people, 2 different kinds of experiences about falling in love. There are, and they coined the term limerence. There's the people that experience limerence, and there's people that don't experience that. Now, the people that experience limerence, when they're falling in love, it's something that takes them over. You don't choose that person to fall in love with. It's just a feeling that you get. It becomes almost like an obsession. It takes you over. You can't stop thinking about that person. It causes all of these feelings inside of you, and it's a bit like going mad. It's a bit like going mad. And there's all of these things around that. Now, non-limerents, and they don't have that experience. When non-limerents are told this experience, like of falling in love that the limerents have, they're like, no, I've never experienced that. That sounds crazy. No. It's like, well, how do you fall in love then? Well, I get physically attracted to somebody, find them attractive, and then I choose to be in a relationship with them, and then affection develops over time with that person. And so so you're like thinking about this person a lot. Well, I'll think of them from time to time, but not obsessively. So, okay. And they think like, oh my God, I would never want to have that experience of limerence when they find out about it. And the limerents are like, oh God, I would never want to be like the non-limerents. They're like robots. They don't even fall in love. They've never had that experience. They are missing out. Because although it's like going mad, that's the rich experience. It's a rich experience falling in love. Anyway, my point in saying about that is perhaps it's the limerents that will be the ones that speak out about this. Perhaps it could be. Could be. What are your ideas on that? Let me know in the comments. We're being called to think about this. Now, I don't know what it's got to do with boundaries. We started talking about boundaries, about being independent and all of that stuff. Maybe it's like realizing the wishes, the desires that we've got that we've shelved because we can function and not having our needs met. It could be about that. A man turned around to me, he got right in my face yesterday. doing something, and then he whipped around right in front of my face here, and he said, "I wish I was a woman." I'm like, "Oh, be careful, mate. Be careful what you wish for." It intrigues me. I wonder if I'll see him today. Huh. Oh, that was Tinder. That was the Tinder chirp. Chirp. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Oh yeah, I do know. Just get one of these out. Why did he say that? He was kickboxing, and his hip flexibility and motion, he was having real trouble with it because Muay Thai, when you kick with just a small Muay Thai lesson, when you kick with Muay Thai, you step out like that and then kick sideways. So that motion of your hip going sideways, like, is tricky when you first start doing it. It's not a natural movement for anybody, women, men, not anybody. He seemed to think that women had it easier. Not necessarily true. Okay, what have we got here? We've got contentment. That doesn't focus properly. You can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. So getting ourselves to a place of contentment is good. That's that single independent kind of thing. Well, I can live like this and I'm happy enough as I am, but I would quite like my emotional needs met. Please, universe, that would be nice. I'd like to receive from other people. I'm content as I am. So that's a good starting ground. And then what? The hardship card showed itself to me. Spaciousness. What else? What else is available? What else is available? What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Right. Right. So I'm good. I'm content as I am, but I want enthusiasm and joy. Show me. It's like opening up the space for that. Show me what will bring that. Because loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. Let's say that again. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. When I embrace and love my solitude, that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Embracing and loving our solitude, but then saying, keeping that spaciousness for, but I want emotional needs met, enthusiasm, joy, I want a much richer experience than this, right? So it's not about like, it's almost like embracing that, not embracing the loneliness. It's about being content in it, but then realizing, no, I've got more needs than this and I deserve them to be met. I want to say it again. When you stop fearing your aloneness, I'm not fearing my aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. Are you fearing your aloneness? You're settling for less than you deserve because you fear aloneness? I'm not, but may I embrace and love my solitude. Oh, I'm doing that. That's when kindred spirits can finally come, those that are doing that too. Let's get another card out. And then contentment, spaciousness, loneliness, abundance. Show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. Ooh. fully deserving to receive. No more excuses kind of thing. Because I was picking up that, it's like, well, I want my needs met. I've got these needs. And speaking out about that, and you're going to be shut down. You're going to be shut down by men probably, and women, saying, but you've got rights now. I stop asking for too much. Who do you think you are? You've got rights. Isn't that enough? I know someone sent me a new message. I heard it. Tinder sent me an email saying, you just got a new message. Is it that guy? Oh, let's find out. I'm going to have to dismantle the camera to do that, but that's okay. Who sent me a message? Is it somebody new? Oh, it's somebody new. Hello. Oh, an entrepreneur. Positive vibes. Free, open, global-minded. Gentleman norms and values. Never cheated. Kind, sensual and humble. Never married. Don't have kids. No crazy drama. Entrepreneur, very ambitious. Man with vision and focus. Guilty pleasures for the mind. Spirituality, astrology, stoicism. Steak lover. Not into really vegan food. However, falafel okay. Hummus okay. Happy free pirate. Is a Libran. Okay. Just message me. Not exactly my type looking, but oh, let's see. I obviously was attracted to his bio there. Hey. Interesting. He messages when I'm talking about this. Huh. Abundance. Divine beloveds, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. So there's going to be people that we collaborate with on this. There's going to be people like that guy that just messaged me. That kind of person, I'd say, First time you've ever lived on your own, you love the peace. Isn't it great? I know. Am I still okay? You definitely fall into the limerence category. Yeah, I imagine everybody does that's watching me. No one understands why you don't just go pick a boyfriend, right? That's what my friend said to me. It's like, why don't you go for that one? I'm like, because I'm not attracted to them. And they're like, they don't get it. I'm like, I don't get you. Like, how can you be attracted to everyone? That makes no sense to me. And they're like, Claire, I think you're being a bit too picky. It's like, I need to have some feelings for somebody. You can tell who your non-limerent friends are once you know about this stuff. Got to feel it, right? You've got to feel it. They don't get it. But it really, once read the book. It's linked in, it's so important. It's linked in all of my videos, the book about it. And once you read about it, you'll get people then. And no longer will you be like annoyed at your friends who aren't limerent making the comments like that. You'll just realize it's like they're from a different species. They don't have the same experience. It's like we're different species. We can't lump everyone's experiencing together with relationships. Yeah, either feel the connection or not, feel the attraction or not. There's nothing you can put your finger on and you can't make it happen. Okay, that's enough of those cards. Let's get some more. I'm not confident in these cards for this moment in time, but let's see if they've got something good for us. Hearing inner guidance. That's what we need to do. We need to hear our inner guidance. My intuition flows whenever I'm still. So still ourselves. Know that there's a bigger picture here. Tune in. Meditate. Do whatever it is you do to tune in and follow your guidance. Each of us is going to have a piece of this puzzle. And we need to talk about this more, be more outspoken about it. Get talking to your friends that are on the same page as this and talk about it. There needs to be ideas shared now about all of this stuff. Ground your energy. It's safe for you to be in your body. So no more turning this against yourself and it being all about you. In other words, this is not your personal failing that you're alone and single at the moment, and stop making this all about you. And it is a failing of society and the way that relationships are going, right? And so let's have like a think tank about that, ground our energy, listen to our inner guidance, and each put those pieces of the puzzle together. I'm on the wrong camera. No, I'm not. On that one. And inviting ecstasy. I'm worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. All the pleasure my heart desires. Inviting ecstasy. Yeah, we don't just want okay, we want amazing. Amazing. I'm worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that one. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Uncovering confidence. Got to be confident in our experience is what this is saying. And like, when the people try and shoot us down when we're outspoken about it, well, it's just because you're ugly or whatever. It's just because you're expecting too much. It's like, no, it's not. This is actually a societal problem. It's not me. It's not a personal failing. It's that what is going on now, it's failing everyone. Benefiting few. So I'm going to have to be confident about our experience and speaking out about that, not being shot down, because you know what it's like, especially if you're online. Holy crap, people are nasty out there. Whew. It's the idiots that are nasty. You are the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Your experience in this is very important and it needs to be heard. Open our minds, see beyond. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, be open up to new ideas and new beliefs, right? None of us have got the answer, but all of us have got a key for it. I'm telling you, wisdom counsel, it's what needs to happen about relationships. It's far-reaching, like far-reaching. For the whole of society, relationships, they underpin everything. You got that in meditation the other day. Be the love you seek. It's within you, not without. When you're so in love with yourself and your life, love is just the icing, yes. But I've been in this position of loving my life for a long time now. Honestly, I've got so much joy. I absolutely love my life. And then it's like, universe, what are you doing? Why have I not got a partner? This makes no sense. According to the law of attraction, I should be bringing someone in now. Share this with. That's my wishes. I'm really happy. Where are they? Where's the partner that is that too? Isn't that how it's meant to go? Where's the icing on my cake? Where is that? I think we're in a period of stagnation of you're not coming together with these people. They're not coming together with you. You really need to feel this. We all need to feel this. We need to feel how something is going wrong now. This isn't happening. We need to be in this experience for longer. I know all your friends who are married complain about the spouse, kids, envy your freedom. Yeah, terrible relationships. That's what I'm seeing too. I've got some friends that have got good relationships, but they're the exception. The relationships that I see, a lot of them, it's like terrible. Like, what the hell are you doing? Get out of that, you know? Yeah, there's not much to be envied out there at all. But I do feel like we're in this, no, you can't have them yet because you really need to delve into, you need this, you can't have it energy to delve into and get really clear on what it is that we want, our needs. Like it said, the Queen of Cups, what do we want to receive then? It's like a manifesto. You need to have like a manifesto of what it is that you want. And not necessarily figuring this out by ourselves, but I don't necessarily think you're going to be figuring it out with somebody who comes to meet those needs either. I don't think it's going to be figured out that way, because when we get content, we get lazy. We'll have our nice relationship and we won't be bothered about anyone else. It's when we're seeking that we are outspoken and are really, in that energy of the discovery and all of that. And so perhaps we'll need to be in this position at the moment of the seeking and the digging into that and getting, deeper inside of ourselves about what it is that we want and all of that, to really get to the point of clarity for the bigger picture for everybody of what needs to happen next, and having our minds open to other people's needs and how can it work for everybody and what is the ideal here. And I don't think there's going to be one ideal, because we've got like so many different kind of people. Imagine like what's going to be ideal for limerence is going to be for the limerent people, what is ideal for them, the ideal world to get into the good relationships and everyone get their needs met for the limerence is going to be so different than the non-limerence, right? So different. So there's going to have to be like a diversity, allowance of diversity, but there's probably like certain groups, and I would say we can see it now. I can already see it with being on Tinder. Tinder just used to be like you picture your age and your blurb. Now you've got your star sign on there. You've got like what it is that you're eating. You've got there's much more like whether you're a night owl or a morning person. The stuff that's like important, it's up there now. So straight away we can like ditch the ones that aren't in alignment with us. We are getting more specific, more able to kind of categorize and of what it is that we want. And I think we need to go deeper into that. Anyway, that's what I've got. So let's carry on that and be more outspoken about it. Know what it is that you want and be more outspoken about it. I'm not getting my needs met. Not like that. Stompy fit. I'm not getting my needs met. But we do need to be in that power. We need to be confident, because you're going to get shot down. I just hit the nail on the head. See a beautiful, loving relationship in my heart. Bringing that void to the 3D. Yes. There's got to be other people in this same situation all reaching for that, right? Perhaps, and it's something that's been said over and over again by the guys, is that the masculine's a little behind, because the masculine has had more of their needs met than the feminine. Let's just be honest about that. Not men too, hashtag. I'm not saying that they've got it perfect, but we've got to admit that, right, that men have had their needs met more than women for a very long time. But not completely. And so there will be a little bit behind. We see that. Women have had more adversity. We've had to learn and grow more because of that adversity. It's the way it always is. We grow. We learn more out of that. It needs to get bad before people will start questioning what needs to change, Anyway. What you're seeking is seeking you too. They are. I think they might be a little bit behind that. And let's look at that too, what you just said there, Dahlia, about people. What's you? Yeah. In relationships, not being satisfied too, everyone's getting to this point of like, relationship. Relationship. Like, what the hell? What's the answer for us all to be alone? For the time being, yes. And then what? And then figure out what our needs are. And then figure out how we can come together in a new way. Yes. Hello, Muskan. You're new here and I'm just leaving because I'm done. I'm done here. So thanks everyone for coming along. No mini reads today. Wow. But very interesting information today. I think you'll agree. So I won't be doing this on Friday because I'll be away. I'll be at the dentist tomorrow and I won't be able to get back to do it on Friday morning. But I'll be back here on Monday morning next week. So have a great rest of your week, everybody, and weekend. And check out my YouTube channel later. There will be a pick a card read going up, which is a full Celtic Cross Tarot love spread. So check that out on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click like on this video before you click off down there and click that subscribe button with that notification bell. Join our Facebook group if you're not already on there. And have a good one, everyone. Hope that has given you something to think on. So think on it. There's a bigger picture going on here. And you've got a piece of that puzzle. And there's a rightness in what we're going through at the moment to figure those things out. So good luck with it and let me know. And let's stay connected in the Facebook group too and talk about this more if you want to. We can be the wisdom council on this, right? And get this going. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye.